Hello, welcome everybody. Happy Friday. Moon in Sag, moving toward Imbolc. It's just, I really feel like early spring could be here, but I know next week on the west coast of Canada, we're going to have another massive snowstorm. So not quite yet, but welcome. This feels like really, really good energy today. And I want to let you know that I'm broadcasting in my Facebook group as well as on YouTube. And so if you see some things you don't recognize and you're on one platform or the other, that I am broadcasting in both places. So welcome to everybody. Hi to Elena and Joel, Elizabeth, early ones into the chat today. As you saw from, and also that picture, of course, was taken from the internet. That's not my tarot shelf. I was inspired on Wednesday night. So every Wednesday night I'm in live in the Facebook group. And I pulled a card for myself in the group, and it really confirmed something that I've been thinking about. And that is that some of you have heard this kind of dream of mine. I would like to buy a motorhome, a rather large one, and spend a lot of time driving around North America. And I would love to do workshops and readings and seminars all over the continent, maybe even go further. What this would involve, of course, is downsizing massively and maybe doing it seasonally or whatever. But that for that reason, as well as lots of other reasons, I'm so ready to start letting go of things, including lots of furniture and things I've been holding for the kids. And I don't think they really ever want. So this spring is going to be garage sale after garage sale, and trying to get rid of things on Facebook Marketplace as well too. But here we are today, 30 decks, at least 30 decks I'm going to show you. These are decks that I'm either not using or no longer using. They are all gently loved and well cared for. I do have a dog, right? So that's an issue for some people. There may be a random dog hair. I hope not, but you've all probably seen my lovely Amber, and she's part of my life. And so this is a dog home, if that is an issue for you. No smoking. I do burn Palo Santo, smudge the house, but there's no cigarette smoke in the cards. And I know for me, that is a really big one. I have ordered stuff on eBay and had to leave stuff outside for a long, long time to try to get rid of the smell. Because sometimes I forget to ask. It's hard. Like if you smoke, you wouldn't even think about it, right? But if you are in a non-smoking home, it does matter. So yeah, non-smoking home, one dog. Welcome. So great to have you here. So great. I see other people are strolling in. Nina's here, Meta's here, Pallavi. Okay. I see Pallavi's asking how many decks I have. I'm just going to go back. I have my spreadsheet next to me. I'll let you know in a second, Pallavi. Hello to Mary Beth and Andrew. Yeah, like a gypsy. I just want to be a gypsy, live a simple life. And Donna, welcome. Welcome to you. So in answer to Pallavi's question, so tarot, my inventory is not actually counted. It's well over the 200 mark. That is not including Oracle. That's just tarot. Oh, that's hilarious. Yes, we are in sync. We are in sync. Is Donna Thompson here as well too? Donna Rion is here. Okay, cool. So what I am thinking is that, to tell you the honest truth, it would be amazing if I could recoup 50% of what I paid for these decks, but I know with shipping and so forth, that's not possible. If you are local, and I will be posting these on Facebook Marketplace, then that's the best deal because you can pick up. Canada, of course, postage is going to be cheaper, and then next US. And to tell you the honest truth, it is not worthwhile shipping these to Australia, New Zealand, or the EU. You can get these decks, unless, of course, I have a couple of first edition indie decks that I'm unloading, and if you really want them, then you can pay for the shipping. But it's a lot. It is a lot. Okay. So yeah, so we're just gonna have some fun today. And oh, I haven't even uploaded my other camera. So just bear with me. Hi, Dee. My other camera is ready to go. It's just not, I just need to set it up. So go ahead and post any other questions that you want into the chat, and I'm happy to answer as we go through. Because I want to have my card cam on. There we go. Make sure. How's that? Does that work? Go over here, here, here. There we go. Excellent. I also, hello, Crimson Tarot. Welcome. I also wanted to say, and this was, so I had a reading with Sarah Jarman, just now. And we were talking about the membership feature on my channel. And I know that not everybody in the chat is a member of my channel. Some of you are. I just want to say there's a bunch of reasons why I decided to do this. And Sarah really confirmed a couple of things that are really important to me. One is that I do a lot of teaching, right? And I put a lot of, not necessarily teaching, but sharing from my heart. And there is time and prep that's put into these videos. And I get really, really distracted by the trolls. It shifts my energy. And I don't know if you've noticed sometimes when that happens, like it does, it affects me. And it's amazing. Like on Tuesday, I was so grateful to have the mods in the chat because they were just zapping trolls right and left. And it was beautiful. And sometimes, depending on what time I'm broadcasting, there's not a lot of mods in the chat, and I can always be adding more, but it affects me. And so when we are in a smaller group chat with members only, I know that the trolls are not going to be there. And so I can relax and just be in my flow and do my thing. But Sarah also reminded me of something that I hadn't even thought of, and that is for you. For you, it creates a safe container. And much like our Wednesday night chats in my Facebook group, it is also a safe container. It's not public. Not anybody can come in. And so what I'm doing for members only right now is we're doing a deep dive into the Hush Tarot. And that, of course, will morph into another deck in the future. And doing a Lenormand series. And yeah, so it's, I want to thank you, Sarah, for that, because that was a great reminder to me that it not only creates safety for me, but it also creates safety for you. And yeah, so thanks. Thanks to all of you that are supporting my channel. I really appreciate it. Okay. All right. Ready? 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 This is the, this is an indie deck. I purchased this deck because this is called the Tarot of the North Atlantic. And I purchased this deck because I love the Enchanted Tarot so much. And somebody knew that I was, this is the back of the cards, I was into textiles. And I don't believe this deck comes with a book. I don't have it if it does. And to tell you the truth, I really love it. It's really beautiful. Really beautiful. I just don't use it. And I feel like if there was somebody out there in the tarot world that would use this gorgeous deck, that would be, be much better. Sorry, I'm just going to zoom in a bit. Much better if it was in use. And I'm not sure why I don't use it. I mean, there's some really amazing cards, and the suits are a little bit different. This is the suit of bones, suit of feathers. There's your king of shells. So shells will be cups. There's a death card. It's a really sweet deck. It just sits on my shelf. So what is the other suit? King of Feathers. So there are, of course, some animals of the air. Oh, this Justice card is very sweet. Suspended. There's the Hanged Man card. I'm just trying to figure out what the other suit is. There's an ace. I know sometimes aces. If there's a card that you want to see too, I'm happy to post it on Instagram if you're interested. So if you are interested in any of the decks that I'm showing today, please, you can message me on Facebook or Instagram, or you can send me an email. Look at the Fool. He's so cute. Yeah, I can't figure out what the other suit is. Feathers and stones and shells and bones. Okay, so yeah, so that is Tarot of the North Atlantic. Okay, so that is one. Does anybody have this deck? Does anybody work with it? It's very pretty. It's very, very pretty. These are in no particular order, and I do have a bunch that I have shown before. So I am going to release these two decks. This is Before and After Tarot. And I have to say that the guidebook that comes with this Corinne Kenner guidebook here is amazing. I have marked it up. It does have highlighter on it. And of the two decks, I think this one is better. But I'll show you both. I'll show you both. And they aren't in order. They aren't in order. So this is the After. They're really nice boxes, nice presentations. I purchased these for teaching, but you know what? My classes, my courses are so busy and full that I never got around to incorporating these cards into. So this is the After one. So the idea is that these are a moment after. A moment after. So there is the Nine of Cups, 10 of Cups, 8 of Swords. Love that one. The backs are really pretty. Those are the backs. Can somebody get that, please? Can somebody zap Damien? Damien, please don't hang out here. It's just rude. And this is the Before. So this is the Before Tarot. Aren't those pretty? Hello. I'm sorry, I'm not logged on to Facebook, so I can't see who this is, but if you would let me know, that would be amazing. So this is the Before Tarot, and so these are a moment before. And it's funny because, you know, I kind of wish I had, oh, there's the Ace of Swords. I kind of wish I had time to use every deck in my collection. Oh, it's Kenton. Hi, Kenton. Welcome. It's just not possible. Yeah. So yeah, so this is the Before and After Tarot kit, I suppose. Kit. And this is, I want to make sure they go into the right box. When I package these up for shipping, I will make sure that I count all of the cards. And if I have extra cards, you know, sometimes decks come with extra cards, I will make sure that they go in. I do save all of the extra cards. And I love wrapping things up. So just know that you will get it. You will have a beautiful package that comes your way. Absolutely no question there. Okay. All right. We may as well go here next. So this is the first edition. So this is a mass market deck. This is not the current iteration of the deck. I am not aware of the differences between the current edition of the Japaridze and this one. So if you know, I have not worked with this deck. I have leafed through it a couple of times. I've done some yes, you know what? Sorry, I'm just looking at Mark's comment. The saltwater reading cards would actually go really nice with this. That would be a beautiful combination. And I do have the saltwater reading cards. So that's interesting. This comes with quite a chunky guidebook. It's not a lot of information for each of the cards, right? So it's quite a short description. If you like Japaridze's artwork, I mean, the Six of Cups is so gorgeous, right? It's really beautiful. And I've hummed and hawed so many times about passing this deck on. And every time I do, it's like, no, I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep it. Winds is the suit of air. 10 of fire. There you go. There's that 6 of tides. So water is tides. It's out of order. So you can tell I have shuffled it and used it. It really is. And this, of course, it's not trimmed. I know a lot of people have trimmed there. So this is in really, really good condition. Hardly used at all. There's the beautiful world card. And I'll show you a few court cards, just so you know what the courts are if you're not familiar with this one. And I will have to look it up because, oh gosh, look at that 4 of Cups. That is really beautiful. Oh, please don't. You know, I do this and then I think, oh, it is really a great deck. Maybe I should keep it. There's a Queen. What a great Hanged Man card. It's called Drowned. I don't know. Okay, so we have Jester, Stranger, Queen, and I'm assuming King. Yes, Queen and King. So Jester and Stranger. I'm assuming Stranger would be the second court. Yeah. Absolutely love this 5 of Pentacles. It's a very powerful card. So the Japaridze. And again, this is a not the current version of the deck. So it is a mass market deck, and it is, but this is the first version of the deck. Okay, by Nino Japaridze. And again, Nino, if that is not how you say your name, I apologize. This is the Spanish version of the Fairy Tale Tarot. And it comes in a large box with an enormous chunky guidebook in Spanish, of course. And even though, so how I work with this deck is I use the guidebook, the English guidebook that is available through Fool's Dog, because of course I cannot read. I can read it a little bit, but I cannot read Spanish. So it's really, really chunky. I left the bookmark in that came in. Okay. So this is a great, if you read Spanish, great little guidebook. And it's so nice because inside the box, the deck comes in its own little tuck box, which is great. I really like that feature. This is a sweet little deck. So one of the problems with this deck for me is that it contains 78 fairy tales, many of which I am not familiar You can, however, read this intuitively, right? Presumably you have Jack and the Beanstalk here. Jack and the Beanstalk for the Four of Wands. I mean, it's really lovely. And I do have Lisa Hunt's Ghosts and Spirits Tarot. You should recognize the art. And if I did, you know what, to tell you the truth, if I could find this in English, I'm not sure. I'm not sure that I would purchase it in English. It's out of print. So yeah, so I'll have to look up and see what I paid for this on eBay. But again, most of these I will. Yes, Donna, I know Donna I saw Donna's comment on the War card in the Japaridze Tarot. So it's really lovely. Look at this. This is so beautiful. This is the Lover's card. And the few, I've read a few of these tales and they're really, really interesting. I wish that I, you know, it'd be so much fun. And I want to say, like, I don't regret buying decks and having fun and playing with lots of different decks. But if I could spend a whole summer reading this guidebook, maybe I would really appreciate this deck and keep it, you know, and then be able to work with it. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Dee, for looking after our uninvited guest. Yeah, look at it. It's just so powerful. So yes, it would pair beautifully with Winged Enchantment. Yes, that's a really, really good suggestion. Okay. Oh, you know what? I don't know if you noticed in the title of this. So in the title of this video, I also put down depth year. I have pre-ordered several decks that will likely show up in 2022. But what pulling out all of these decks and going through my collection, drawing that simple card the other night in the Facebook group, realizing I want to get rid of a bunch of furniture. It's like this 2022. And I'm thinking about that, you know, I did so many readings early in the year for people, and I want this year to feel a lot lighter. I really do. And I have absolutely no issue with not buying any decks this year. I have no intention of making any major purchases. And the decks, if they show up that have been pre-ordered or supported on Kickstarter, if they come in, that's wonderful. One that comes to mind is the Faerie Tarot. Did anybody support that on Kickstarter? It's like a game. I'm really excited about that when it shows up. Yeah, but I don't really need any more tarot or oracle decks, and I'm very curious to how I will respond if there is an amazing deck that shows up and I feel like I don't want to miss out. So my intention is to become a lot lighter in possessions this year. So the next one is the True Heart Tarot by Rachel True. I don't know why this is not focusing. It should focus in a second if I can. Maybe I can get it to focus. Let's just do this and then. So the True Heart Tarot comes in this strange box. The cards are separated into two. I have used this deck a little bit. It is highly diverse. There is some nudity. It has really cool colors. It comes with a great guidebook. But again, it's a deck that I just don't use. So I want to show you oh, this has done something really weird. Okay, I might have to get rid of this and add it again after. Okay. Can we patiently wait while I figure out what's going on with my phone? I don't know if somebody called or what happened. Oh, dear. Okay. Yeah, and you can see my pajama pants. Okay, so let me see if I can fix this. There we go. I must have touched something now. Which way is it going? It's going the right way? Yes, it's going the right way. Okay. Oh, sometimes all this tech stuff is it's too much. Okay, where are we at? So here we go. And of course, I will, for sure, I will put a list of all of these below after in the order that they are presented. Yeah, add to stream. There we go. Rachel True. Oh, okay, so it's going to be this way. Darn. Please. Okay, let's back off a little bit. I wanted to show you this guidebook. It's a really cool guidebook, and I highly recommend this. This is a great one if you don't have a lot of decks. She did a really good job with the way she wrote this guidebook. I think it's one of the highlights of the book. Look at this. If pulled in a low vibe. Like there's so much thought that has been put into every single card. And it's going to go this way. The what do you call it? Like the color palette is really cool. I really like the color palette. Again, I have too many decks. Too many decks. This Hermit would make a lovely, lovely High Priestess card as well, too. Three of Discs. Really great Queen of Swords. I love the color on this card. I think this card was one of the reasons I purchased the deck. The colors are amazing, right? It's very groovy. Groovy. I don't think we have an excessive of meditation cards. This is a very interesting Six of Swords. Oh dear, looking at this. I love this tattooed body here. What else do I want to show you? I should show you an ace. That's the Ace of Cups. Really pretty. Ooh, I'm kind of getting lost in some of these cards. Isn't that a cool Eight of Pentacles? Hi, Elizabeth. Okay. Nine of Swords inside the brain. Five of Cups in the bathtub. Yeah. So, True Heart Tarot by Rachel True is going to be passed on. Yes, 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 yes. I do have to kind of put these away as I'm going through because otherwise chaos is going to get out of control. So again, if you are interested in any of these decks, please send me a message. The Green Witch Tarot. Now, oops, I have to go this way. This copy, I do not have the guidebook. I'm not, everybody knows this deck. So I will stuff the box with paper and you can have this for, you know, a couple bucks. Complete deck, good condition, no book. Okay. Green Witch Tarot. If you know, if I don't show you a deck that everybody knows, then I mean, I can show you if you don't know the deck. But there's so many decks here. I have over 30 decks to show you. Stolen Child. Stolen Child. This is the extra. So this is like a magazine size. The extra guidebook for the Stolen Child. And I know the Stolen Child, all of this content is available on a PDF, I believe. And I can send you the link for the PDF. I purchased the book because I really like having the book. My intention was, now this tarot is based on the William Blake tarot, or on William Blake's work. And I really, at some point, thought that I was going to purchase the William Blake Tarot and then do some kind of a deep dive and a study of the William Blake Tarot and the Stolen Child side by side. But I don't think that is ever going to happen in this lifetime. So the Stolen Child is going to be passed on. So I'm sure there's copies of this left. You can probably, if you're overseas, get it cheaper. So air is Zephyrs. Oak is Pentacles. There's the Moon. If you like hairs, that's a really pretty card. Ace of Flame. This has a real, for those of you that are studying Lenormand, this has such a Lenormand bear energy. I love this card. It's beautiful. Oh, Andrew ordered that deck as well too. Yeah. So this is it's a really interesting deck. Look at this card, the way that the lizard is held in the hand. Oh my God. You know, this is such a great card. I think I love the Page of Fire in so many, many decks. And this one is just so charming. This deck has such a good tower card. The beavers are down here. There's a bird ahead. There's ghosts. There's energy. There's a storm. It's really good. Really, really good. I don't know what else you want to see. This is based, of course, on the poem. Not only based on the William Blake Tarot, but also on the poem, The Stolen Child. And I believe the whole poem is in the back of the book. Yes, it is. Right? I'm sure you all know the Yeats poem, right? This is the Yeats poem. Where dips the rocky highland of Sleuthwood in the lake, there lies a leafy island where flapping herons wake. The drowsy water rats, there we've hid our fairy vats full of berries and of reddest stolen cherries. Come away, O human child, to the waters and the wild, with a fairy hand in hand, for the world's more full of weeping than you can understand. This, if you are into, if you're looking for a deck to go deep, this would be a lot of fun. It would be a lot of fun. And I would do that. Like, I would totally recommend getting the PDF for the Blake deck and purchasing like the deck, the cards of the Blake deck, and then doing a deep dive. That'd be so much fun. So much fun. So that's somebody's homework. Yeah. Okay. Mel's here. Hi, Mel. Now, this lovely duo, I'm getting rid of this duo as well too. Oh, no comparison, Andrew. Hush Tarot and Stolen Child are like apples and oranges. Apples and oranges. Yeah. Different, totally different energy. Do I need to show these decks? Everybody has seen these decks. They are in excellent condition, really fun, quirky decks, and just don't use them. Just don't use them. So happy to rehome these for a very fair price. This one comes in a recipe box, right? And it's got this real vintage card backs. I'm sure everybody has seen this deck, right? And this one also is a lift off box. And you know what? This deck has some really thought-provoking cards. It is not just a deck to be used at Halloween, at Samhain time. There's some really interesting questions that arise in this deck. So they're both great. They're both great decks. And if you are interested in them, I have a copy of them for sale. Okay. As far as RWS decks that I am rehoming, the Borderless Smith-Waite, the Radiant Wise, any others? I think that's it. So these two RWSs are getting rehomed. Both barely used, and Radiant Wise comes in. They're both borderless, and I've done videos comparing all of these decks. So yeah, so both of these are available. Both of those are available. Okay. Where should we go next? I have one Hay House deck, so I'm going to rehome my Good Tarot. This one, can somebody, I think I edged it, or did it come with gold gilding? Can somebody please tell me, because I don't remember. I don't remember if that's me or it came that way. And you know what? This card is a little scuffed up. I did use this quite a bit. This deck has been one of my mentors. I told you I work at a metaphysical store. Use this deck all the time, and we were using it a lot for readings at a store. I don't believe the guidebook is marked up at all. So this is a Colette Baron Reed deck. Came out in 2017. I will clean the cards, of course, if there are scuffed up cards. Okay, it comes gilded. Okay, good to know. Sometimes I'm not sure if I have gilded or not. So it comes with gold edges. Okay, cool. Appreciate your assistance there. I have 2 copies of Animal Wisdom Tarot. 2 copies, and both of them need to go. Okay, so I have 2 copies of that. This deck came out as with a different name, right? It has a different name. And anyway, this one is, if you like pastel colors, if you're looking for a deck maybe to work with. I mean, a lot of people like this deck. I never gelled with it. It's very pastel and very pretty. There's no real scary cards in this deck, as far as, you know, like some animal decks can be a little overwhelming, which is the next one I'm going to show you. But this one is very gentle. And some time back, I was doing readings for a lot of kids. And so I started to really build up my tarot collection for working with young queerants. And I'm not really doing that anymore. And my youngest child is now 15. So yeah, she definitely would not use this deck. So that is Animal Wisdom Tarot. I have a bunch of... Okay, so here's another... Let's do the animal decks first. So I have this one. That's sort of an animal deck. Let's go to... So Animal Totem Tarot. This deck is... again, very lightly used. It has a great guidebook. I believe I purchased it for the guidebook. Some of you recommended, and I agree. The guidebook is awesome because for the reading of the cards, you have an interpretation for business, family, health, and well-being. There are journal prompts. It's a really well thought out guidebook. And this is one of the challenging cards. Yeah. I'll show you the cards in a second. It's really thick guidebook. Very, very well written. Very well written. Lisa Robertson writes great guidebooks. These are the pretty backs. It is borderless. And it does have some challenging cards. There is blood. There are dead animals. There's the Ten of Swords. It's kind of a cool Ace of Wands. I never jived with this deck. So if anybody is interested, it is available. There's another challenging card. Queen of Cups is the moose. I really like moose. Yeah, so this is Animal Totem Tarot with excellent guidebook, not marked up. Barely used deck. Annette, right? Hopefully I got it right. Oh my goodness. Project Refined Life. Project. I know you're on my list. Project. Where are you, Project? Annette. Yay, I was right. Okay, so Animal Totem Tarot. And then another Animal Tarot is Tarot Familiar. This was recommended to me. Don't dislike this deck at all. It's a Fournier deck, so it's a little bit smaller. It's a great Samhain kind of energy. Pips, if you read with pips. And I love the artwork. Look at this wolf. It's really beautiful. Okay, so I'm pretty sure the Good Tarot, I edged it myself, but I do. I like the majors in this deck. Look at the Queen of Pentacles. That's so pretty. The pentacles are really good. So this is Tarot Familiar. And I have all the little white books, extra cards, if it did come with extra cards. Really interesting Tower card. Yeah. Fatima's here and Eve is here. Welcome, Eve. Okay, so this is Tarot Familiar. And not that Maggie Stiefvater's deck is animal, but it is kind of sort of. So let's go to Raven's Prophecy next. So I am releasing Raven's Prophecy. This is available This is a really cool deck. I don't know I didn't buy this because I followed the story. I bought this because I really like the cards. And I like the idea of what she was trying to build in this deck. It's really quite potent. The way that she draws hands is absolutely beautiful. Tower, King of Coins, Six of Coins, the yellow roses in the hands, Lovers, very powerful, Two of Swords, Knight of Swords has blood on the scissors. There's the Fool, very pretty. The Devil is a mask. Four of Wands, Temperance. If you like crows, there's quite a few crows in this deck. There's the Hanged Man and there's the Moon. I think it was the hands, the roses, the crows. There's several reasons why I purchased this deck, but I don't use it. Beautiful, beautiful Ace of Cups. And I love the purple. There's some, I like purple. Purple is one of my favorite colors. Okay, let's just take a little pause here. I'm going to have a sip of something. Hello, Melanie. Yes, it does. The black space in this deck is really beautiful. Yeah. I love the artwork. Very, very, oh, here, I've gone this way. Very, very gentle Five of Swords. I'm pausing because, there's very few of these decks that I'm releasing that I don't connect with. Like that one, I really do connect with it. And if I had the time to work with it and I didn't have so many decks, I definitely would be using it for sure. I've seen it trimmed too. It looks beautiful. Okay. I have both versions of the Mystic Faerie Tarot. And I have done extensive videos on this deck. I have to say that I guess I've done my time. I've done my time with this deck. I also did a narration. I did a narration of, if you're not familiar with this deck, the minors are, and you only get this information with the large guidebook. There's a story, there's a fairy tale that goes through the minors of each of the suits. And it's a unique layer. You can read this RWS like, and you can also read it with the extra layer of the fairy tale as well too. To tell you the truth, I prefer the version with borders. I believe the backs are the same. It's slightly different color, so it's a lighter color. And I edged this one, not the other one, because this is the one that I was working with. So that's what it looks like with borders and without borders. And like I said, I've done a side-by-side. I've done probably 5 different videos or so on this one. Yeah, this is the Mystic Faerie Tarot by Linda Ravenscroft. And the guidebook is by Barbara Moore. Yeah. What did Andrew say? Has anyone found they sometimes get better hits on readings with decks they don't connect with? Ooh, that's an interesting question, Andrew. Okay, so what is this? So the little deck, the deck that comes in the in this box here is the one with borders, and it comes with a little white book, so you don't get the fairy tales, but I actually prefer this version. And then the borderless version comes with the large guidebook. Okay. I do not believe that you can get the bordered version with the large guidebook. Okay. I keep waiting for you to show the lily white. You're hilarious. Of course, I'm not getting rid of the lily white nut. Why would I be getting rid of the lily white? You're funny. I saw the winky face too. Okay. Next. Oops. Banging camera. Let's go back here. All right. So this deck, I've never used this ever. I have. It might even be in order. I'm not. I might have shuffled it. I thought it was pretty. This is the Forest of Enchantment Tarot. The illustrations are gorgeous. Large box, large. Why is the guidebook dented? I have no idea why the guidebook is dented. So there is a dent in the guidebook. No idea why. This is I believe it's a colored guidebook. So if you like the art, you get the full page illustrations. I think this is a good selling point of the deck, is you could use this, for bibliomancy, right? It's one of those decks. Instead of using the cards, you could just flip through the book. Yeah. Look at that. Aw. So pretty. So pretty. All right. The backs of the cards are reversible. Also very pretty. And the suits are spells. And boons and challenges and boons and visions. Those are the suits. Weaver of visions. 4 of boons. It's cool, hey? Temperance is the forge, which is that's kind of interesting. There's an ace. So ace is an animal, a bird. 3 of vision, dancing bears. Keeper of challenges. 11 is the huntsman. Like I said, I have not worked with this deck. There's your Empress, is the Green Mother. Mel says, I regret the Enchanted Forest deck doesn't work for me at all. It's really pretty, isn't it, Mel? Really pretty. So yeah, so those of you that are, and this is unicorn. So 10 of visions is a family of unicorns. There's a waterfall. Seeker, I guess knights are seekers. So there's your Knight of Pentacles. Isn't that pretty? So gentle, so sweet. Pretty powerful. King of Fire. There's your Dumbledore card. I like this guy. Ace of Boons. So that is the Enchanted Forest Tarot by Linnea Weatherstone. Beautiful. The illustrator is Marilla. I don't know how to say her name. Allwood. I mean, the illustrations are absolutely gorgeous. There's her name there. Last name is Allwood. Super pretty. Okay, so let's put that one away. All right, just gonna look right to make sure I've done everything that is right over here on this side. Okay, two more over here. The Medicine Woman Tarot. Somebody asked me about this recently. And I wanted to love this deck. I really did. This is an older deck. This is, yeah, the Medicine Woman Tarot by Carol Bridges. It's an older deck. These are the backs. And with my shamanic training and the different things that I'm interested in, I thought I would love this deck, but there's something about it that just doesn't, I don't know, I just don't use it. The Magician, the Fool, Two of Cups, Two of Bowls, Apprentice of Bowls. Instead of using this, I would pull out the Gaian Tarot. The Gaian Tarot, yeah. Pipes. I think I wanted to compare this to, what's the round deck called? You know, the round deck that's kind of similar. I don't have that deck either. And I think I was going to purchase that deck and this deck and then do some work with it, but I never did. Okay. Here's another deck in a tuck box. This is the Spiral Tarot. This is a US Games deck. This has, if you're looking for a deck with lots of astrological associations, you can tell